Johnny Nelson's come out today and said defeat could be the end for you. What do you want to say to that? Are you putting that pressure on yourself? This is a career-defining fight.
Yeah, definitely. All fights are career-defining, but I'll be real with you. Like, I can dictate my own future. If I want to stop fighting, I'll stop fighting. If I want to continue, I'll continue. Win or lose, I could do whatever I want. Probably you're asking, do I still want to continue fighting? Of course I want to continue fighting. That's what I said is, we took a shot at success and we came up short. And what does that mean now? We're going to run away. We're going to live to fight another day. We have to give credit to our opponent as well, Daniel. I don't really like him in my head anymore.
Hey, yo, Anthony Joshua has finally broken the silence on his retirement, once again dispelling all rumors after the shocking defeat to Daniel Dubois. Now, the boxing world ain't convinced that there's once again a debate as to whether this is the end of the road for the former heavyweight champion. Yeah, AJ's recent boxing career has been full of ups and downs. After a recent string of amazing performances, the dude has hit his roadblock once again, and it's looking like his boxing days might be numbered. Naturally, the dude has dismissed any plans of shutting up shop and has even insisted that he's gonna continue after the loss to DD. But look, the boxing community ain't so sure about his decision, and a lot of people have shared their thoughts on the British boxer's future. Alright, we gonna be taking a look at what the experts gotta say about AJ's future. But before that, it's worth looking at some of the mistakes that he made. Don't forget that this man was the favorite to win this fight, but it just wasn't meant to be. It almost seemed as if the former champion was clueless in the ring. Alright, look man, AJ had an opportunity to become a 3-time heavyweight champion in front of a packed house at Wembley Stadium. But D-Money just barreled into him from the opening bell. Now, AJ was on his back foot for almost the entire fight, but just could not keep DD off of him. Yo, it's like AJ was a piece of cake and DD was a big kid who ain't had nothing to eat in 3 days. Now look man, the former champion was also dropped 3 times by DD in the first, third, and fourth round before eventually succumbing to the onslaught by just getting straight and knocked out in the 5th. Now AJ did try to put up a fight at the end, but it was kind of a sorry end for somebody who is in contention to fight for the undisputed title after this bout. A dejected AJ shared his reaction immediately after the fight. Let's go ahead and cue the sad violin music.
No, what it is, right? You're a fighter. We get in the ring, we compete. One man will win, one man will lose. I'm prepared to win. Came up short. I said to myself, I'm not going to let it get me down. I'm not going to let it define me. Stand strong, walk with my head high. That's how I see myself. It's not about how anyone sees me. I see myself as still a solid person. God bless, mate. God bless you. God bless you.
Yeah, he went on to admit that he made several mistakes that played a part in his defeat to Dubois. Yeah, you don't say.
You never underestimate your opponent. You never underestimate your opponent. And credit to him and his team. They came and they conquered.
Lastly, Joshua, you know tonight people are nice, but Joshua, one more question. And tomorrow, people are going to be saying all the things that they said after your previous defeats.
We can't worry about what people say. It's about how you see yourself.
Thank you, guys. Yeah? Thank you for the time. Thank you for a great fight.
All right, so Eddie Hearn also reacted to the fight and the defeat, but he expressed pride for his fighter despite the loss. He also praised Dubois for putting up a show and causing an upset, but he was also pretty firm about AJ making a comeback to the ring. Hearn was asked about the rematch, which he confirmed, and y'all could therefore see AJ pretty soon making a comeback against Dubois the Wall in the future.
Probably get a good kick tonight, or try. It's a difficult defeat, but you know, at this point you have to try and take any positives you can, and it's difficult because the start was disastrous, and the only positives I can take is the unbelievable heart and guts and nuts that he showed to never give up. And I said in the change room, I said, you know, the amount of times I've heard over the years a fighter say, you know, I will rather get knocked out than try and survive or lose on points. I will go out on my shield. He went out on his shield. Even when he didn't have his legs, he was trying to land the right hand and he was trying to find a way back in the fight. And remarkably, as bad as he performed tonight, or as many as mistakes that he made, he still could have won the fight. You know, 4th round he hurt Dubois, 5th round Dubois' legs buckled, and at that point I think this is going to be one of the greatest comebacks I've ever seen. But walked on to a crushing right hand, and unfortunately there was no getting up from the last one.
Eddie.
Yeah, I mean, we have a contracted fight with Riyadh season that could include the Daniel Dubois rematch. I think we need time. You know, I mean, I don't think he could have boxed much worse tonight, but you have to give Dubois brilliant, you know, plenty of credit. He was brilliant tonight. He put the pressure on. We knew that he'd be dangerous in the early part of the fight, and the start couldn't have been worse, really. AJ will believe that he can box much better and beat him, but Dubois is going to be full of confidence. And we have to look what happens on December 21st. If Tyson Fury wins, or if Tyson Fury loses. But no immediate rush, but I know what AJ's like, and he would love to have another crack at him.
Look, during a post-fight interview, Hearn once again dismissed the critics who stated that Joshua should retire. Now, he called them all fickle-minded and stated that AJ still got a lot left to give to the sport. AJ's trainer, Bid Davison, was analyzing the fight and pointed out the mistakes that Joshua made. Now, he praised Dubois' power and his strategy of attacking Joshua right from the start. But Davison pointed out that Joshua failed to capitalize on Dubois' the Wall's weakness during the early rounds, which played a role in his defeat. Davison also mentioned how the early onslaught negatively affected AJ during the fight. I mean, look, man, if I had Dubois, the Wall attacking me like a hungry kid, I'd be straight messed up in the head too.
For whatever reason, you know, things didn't get going as we'd like to in the early part of the fight. That was just one of the things that we was looking to pick up on. Obviously, there was a few other things as well, but just didn't manage to get the things that we was looking to get going early. And then a couple of things that we was looking on to capitalise on, like Eddie said at the end, there was a couple of very, very, very short spells of it, and one of those was when he managed to land that right hand, and then there was a couple of things we wanted to do to follow up moments like that, and just didn't apply it the way we'd prepared to, unfortunately. But by that point, a lot had gone on, you know, he's not thinking straight. So, yeah, very difficult pill to swallow.
Alright, so during the interview, Davison made another shocking explanation as to why AJ may have lost the fight. He pointed out that AJ was a bit late to the fight. He was, however, quick to dismiss this as an excuse.
There was a bit of traffic and he did turn up slightly later than we would have planned, but being honest, you know, he was very well prepared. You know, we knew Daniel was going to start fast. There was nothing that shocked us in there. Oh, we didn't expect him to do that. Just whatever reason got off to a bad start. And, you know, it's very early, coming off the back of the fight. We'll go back, we'll review what we could have done better, of course, and go from there.
Davis also talked about their future plans, implying that their focus was now on the rematch with Dubois. He also talked about the changes that they need to make if they want to stand any chance of winning that fight.
If there is a rematch, if you're in his corner for said rematch, what do you think AJ needs to do to try and win back that belt or just beat Daniel?
Like I say, we'll have to go back and review it because he knows what he needs to do. There was nothing that Daniel done that shocked us, that we was expecting him to do those things. Preparation did go well, we prepared well. So we'll have to go back and look at that, you know. Of course, now we have that fight to look at. Of course, I already know there's a couple of things that adjustments that could. When situations occur, there's more than one way to skin a cat. So perhaps some of the ways that we was looking to skin that cat, maybe there's some better options of how to try and tackle those scenarios and situations. So yeah, of course, you know, we'll be straight at looking at and reviewing that and looking at what we can do better to help AJ be better.
Do you still think it's a winnable fight?
Yeah, of course. Like Eddie, look, he got off to a shocking start and still not nearly won the fight, but you know, we're still in the fight after such a bad start. And I'm just very, very proud of what he showed in there after such a bad start against such a young, strong, hungry fighter like Daniel Dubois. A terrible situation to be in. I'm not saying a lot of fighters would quit in a sense of asked to be pulled out, but a lot of fighters wouldn't keep trying to fight the way that AJ did. So I'm just really proud of him for that.
So it's pretty clear by now that AJ ain't quitting, and the dude's soon gonna be preparing for his rematch with Dubois. But the boxing world ain't sure if he should return to the ring. Now, there have been quite a few reactions, and most of them have advised AJ to just retire. I mean, look, man, the most notable personality calling for AJ's retirement was former British boxer Ricky Hatton. Now, Hatton stated that AJ had accomplished a lot throughout his career, and he ain't got nothing more to prove. Now, the best move for him now was to hang up his gloves and call it a day.
Did he come back from it, Joshua?
I consider all British fighters, world champions, whatever. I all consider them friends, and he's been a two-time heavyweight champion of the world. He's had a fantastic fight, and I'd like to see him retire, mate. To be honest with you, I don't like seeing me. But I mean, he's been a great servant to British boxing, and I think I'd like to see him retire. He's got nothing left to prove.
Right, you got to go. Thank you very much, Ricky Hatton.
Yo, even Prince Nassim Hamed analyzed the fight and pointed out AJ's poor performance. He did state that Dubois put up a stunning performance which wasn't expected by anybody. He went on to admit that he had high expectations from AJ, but was kind of glad that a young Dubois now got the potential to be the future of British boxing.
Yeah, the only thing that I saw was it was so poor of AJ. As soon as he got hit, he got clocked, his legs was gone. Unbelievable. You could see that Daniel Dubois prepared for that very, very well. I'm very, very happy for him. I actually thought that it was going to be the other way around, and that's what we predicted. But you know what? How wrong was I? And I stand to say that I was wrong. And I'm happy, I'm more than happy to know the outcome of a young lion like that wanted that so bad. So alhamdulillah, good on him, man. He went out and went and got what he deserved.
What does this mean for British boxing?
Well, this is amazing for British boxing. Listen, AJ did his thing for many years, and now Daniel Dubois has come now. Listen, a lot of people thought he even won. He beat Usyk. They think he did that. I was telling Sammy and Adam for years, there's one guy going to come on top. I always said it was Dubois. I always said that. And now, that's proved today. Even Steve Maguire, my mate, Steve Maguire, you was right, mate. You did tell me that.
What is next for Anthony Joshua? Is there a way back?
Listen, I think Anthony should just put his gloves up gracefully and say, listen, it's been great. I've been champion. I tried to win. I tried to become 3 times, but it didn't happen. Let the man just rest and flex, because that's it. Done. In my done.
I mean, as y'all can see, there's been a lot of debate on AJ's retirement. Talk Sports' Jeff Stelling also talked about the reason why Joshua needs to consider retirement now. He made a serious point about Joshua getting old and possibly getting seriously hurt in a future fight. He did, however, go on to state that retirement isn't on the cards for the likes of AJ and Tyson Fury due to the massive paydays that they make from big fights.
There was a lot of conversation, a lot of articles saying AJ has to step away now.
No way.
No, you want more?
No. I just know what these boxers are like. This is the time. I know AJ's a multi-millionaire, but if there's ever a time to stay in boxing, Shaban, the top level heavyweights, to make ridiculous money, the Fury Joshua fight will still happen. It will still happen.
And we'll still watch it.
Yeah, they will get big money.
He could get seriously hurt, Gabby.
I know.
That's the issue. Forget the money. Think about your health. You could do yourself some serious damage. He never for 1 minute on Saturday night looked like he wanted to be in that ring, did he?
He wasn't at his best, but I still think he's come back before. When he lost to Ruiz, when he lost to Usyk, he's come back before. And I just feel that these boxers are not just going to walk. Look at even if Fury loses to Usyk in December, he won't retire either. Same age as AJ, similar age. They will continue. The money's that big now.
Pro boxer Dylan White's brother, Dean White, also shared his reaction to the fight. He stated that he had a gut feeling that AJ was doomed after watching Dubois drop him in the first round. He went on to state that fight was a massive shock for everybody. He also hoped that AJ could make a strong comeback after the loss.
Dean, how do you put into words what we've seen tonight?
Emphatic. That's what that was. That was exclamation mark. Daniel Dubois, phenomenal run. And I said it yesterday, the run was emphatic, but what I said was I thought he was going to come unstuck today. I'm not going to lie. I thought that was what Joshua was going to do to him. In my wildest dreams, I never imagined. Do you know what I did say? Obviously, he's got a puncher's chance. This heavyweight boxing. He's got a tremendous jab. But you know what? From the offset, from round one, he put his stool out. Wonderful jab, double jab, and pressed AJ back. And he came out how he meant to. You know, with that intent of pushing back. And man, I just can't believe how that fight went. Credit to him, big him up. He's a real true champion. And I don't know, I can't, you know what? I've said, I gave him credit, I gave Don Charles credit for what they've done, man, but this is the icing, man, but you know what, when we look at it, if we look back, the writing was there, because I think in the Usyk fight, he was giving Usyk a lot of trouble. I'm not gonna lie, he was boxing really well until he went down and got stopped, you know what I mean? But credit to him tonight, and I'm just really shocked in what I saw here tonight. Just big him up. Hopefully AJ comes back bigger and stronger. Got a lot of love for AJ. He's a good dude, you get me? So big him up.
White also shared some insight on what's next for AJ. Now, he had the perfect matchup for AJ's next fight. He also had some advice for the 34-year-old.
Got to do it.
Yeah, there are two men who will want big fights now, Anthony Joshua and Dillian Whyte. Can we run it back?
I'm sure there's room for that fight. We'll have to see what goes. Dillian needs to come back. Dillian needs about 2-3 fights for me. And let's see what happens to him, you know what I mean? And then I think he can push himself back into title contention. You can't jump in and miss steps. Do you know what I mean? Daniel Dubois has been fighting active, and that's what showed tonight, his activity. I said this yesterday in the interview. Do you know the wins what Joshua had against Wallin and Hellenius? He was meant to win those fights, and he did look sensational. But yet again, Daniel Dubois be better opposition than Miller and Hrgovic, come through a lot of adversity. But I still thought Joshua was going to win. But look, it is what it is. Heavyweight boxing. And once Joshua got caught, we've got to commend Joshua for getting up umpteen times. Do you know what I mean? So look, it is what it is, man. Big him up. Big up the boys. They all go home safe to their family. Big up. Only boxing wins.
I mean, look, I get it. A lot of the boxing world has got the opinion that the dude ought to retire while he's ahead. Now, some other people just don't care. They think he's got a lot more left to give to the sport. But look, this man took the opportunity to share a message with his fans the day after his defeat at Wembley.
Yesterday night we came up short, but look, we've got to look at all the positives. That's the mindset and that's the perspective that we have to have, a positive one, always. Look at what we've achieved in the space of 11 years. It's phenomenal. And I want to thank every single one of you that's been riding with me. What a roller coaster journey. But you know what the problem is that it's far from over yet. You know, we've done it once, we've done it twice. Doing it a third time hasn't been easy, but I believe it's something I can achieve. It's about making the right steps forward, working hard, improving, and it's got to come from here more than anything. It can't come from any external voices or influences. It's got to come from here. And it's only been a day, but when I sit back and I'm thinking, I know I got a lot of this, man. I know I got a lot of this. So yeah, just a video to say thanks for your support. Thanks for being on this roller coaster journey with me. Keep your seatbelts tight because deep, deep, deep down in here, I know we've got a lot more to bring. A lot more to bring to the game, and long may it continue. British boxing, I appreciate you. We rise up together. Let's go.
But man, enough about all these other jackholes. What I want to know is what all y'all think about this. Y'all think AJ should retire? Or are you on Team AJ, where you think he can bounce back and start wrecking some face? Y'all make sure you let me know what you think in the comments section down below. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll catch y'all in the next video.